Hello everybody and welcome to part 5 of Converted to Islam's video 100% proof or supposed proof that Jesus is not God, the temptation of Jesus. And just to recap before we go into part 5, a bit of what he said. First of all, he said that Salam Alaikum is a universal greeting. What does universal mean? It's for everyone. But as we saw in Tafsir ibn Kathir, Muhammad saying, do not initiate the salam with the Jews or the Christians, but instead force them to the sewer line, the most narrowest alley, and humiliate them and degradate them. This is the wonderful peace from the religion of peace. And as we see in chapter 47, verse 35 of the Quran, let's just open it up. I got my unholy Quran here. Here we are, 47 and verse 35. Be not weary and faint-hearted, crying for peace when you have the uppermost, for Allah is with you, and will never put you in loss for your good deeds, or for your deeds. The good has been added in. So, when you have the upper hand, when you have the chance to show peace, Allah doesn't want you to. The only chance you have to show peace is when you have the upper hand over your enemy. When you don't have the upper hand, you have to go for peace. You have no choice, otherwise you will be killed. And this is why, in the West, we see Muslims saying Salam Alaikum and being so peaceful and so nice. Yet if you take the same Muslims, put them in the Middle East, where it's the majority Islamic Muslim population, they have to follow Islamic law, which is to kill anybody who disagrees with Islam. Jesus said, love your enemy. Pray for those who persecute you. I don't know. Why don't you think about yourself which one is from God? How about where Jesus said when your enemy comes to you thirsty, give him a cup of cold water? Anyways, continuing on, we also saw that Jesus is Rasul Allah, the Spirit of Allah, 4 verse 171, and that the Spirit is eternal. He is also the Word of Allah, 3 verse 45. The words of Allah are eternal as well. He is called a Holy Son in chapter 19 verse 19 of the Quran. A Holy Son of who? Muslims? Then, on top of that, he would have to agree that Sahih al-Bukhari is a liar. And I would love to see converted to Islam to go in front of Muslims and yell out that Sahih Bukhari is a big fat liar. Because Sahih Bukhari, narrated by, I believe it's either Aisha or Abu Hurairah, said that Satan touches everybody at birth except who? Jesus, the son of Mary. He tried to touch him, but all he did was touch the placenta covering above. So just because Satan tried to tempt Jesus and failed does not mean Jesus was tempted. Now, here we'll see that, well, from doing this, we saw that, Muslims were saying, you're full of hate, you don't know what you're talking about, all this regular garbage they say. Well, for you, I'm exposing your God as Satan, and you're a follower of Satan. So for me doing this, of course to you it is hateful. But, as we open 5 verse 14 of the Quran, we will see who it is the one who causes the one to hate. From those two who call themselves Christians, we did take a covenant, but they forgot a good part of the message that was sent them. So we estranged them with enmity and hatred between the one and the other to the day of judgment, and soon will Allah show them what it is they have done. So it is Allah who causes us supposedly to hate. So blame your God. And what part of the covenant exactly did we forget? I mean, I know that the Quran says that Allah causes some verses to be forgotten or replaced with better ones. So again, is this your Allah causing us to forget his covenants? What a stupid God you follow. But then, I don't want to get off the subject here, but he quoted the book of James, where it is saying that God does not tempt anybody, nor is he tempted. And I agree with this. God doesn't tempt anybody. But do you agree with that verse? Let's open chapter 2 and verse 102 of Al-Quran. Here we are in the hereafter chapter. They followed what the Satans recited over Solomon's kingdom. Solomon did not disbelieve, the Satans disbelieved, teaching men magic, and such things as came down at Babylon to the angels Harut and Marut. But neither of these taught anyone without saying, "We are only for trial, so do not blaspheme." They learned from them the means to sow discord between man and wife, but they could not thus harm anyone except by Allah's permission. And they learned what harmed them, not what profited them. And they knew that the buyers of magic would have no share in the happiness of the hereafter. And vile was the price for which they did sell their souls, if they but knew. So here Allah is teaching Harut and Marut how to cause men to get estranged or sow discord between their wife, causing them to fight. Meaning Allah is tempting them to fight each other. So if you believe that verse, then you just agreed your God is actually Satan. Very nice. Moreover, you said that Muhammad, the prophets did little sins, and I just gotta pause this. Okay, so you said that the prophets did minor sins. Well, no. According to 19 verse 19, Jesus is called a holy son. A holy son of who? Are you saying Mary is holy? I thought the only one who is holy is God. Anyways, chapter 94 verse 3 says, and the context of this is we're talking about the burdens that weighed down Muhammad's back, his sin. As we'll go to that verse and chapter. Chapter 94, verse 1. Have we not expanded your breasts? Oh yeah, this is the very first breast surgery in history. It was done by two angels holding down Muhammad, installing in him a dish of wisdom, and remove from you your burden, that which did gall your back. So, Muhammad was the very first man to get breast surgery, and his sins held down his back. Man, how much sin did this guy have? You said he only did minor sins. It was causing him back pains. What a liar you are. Then, of course, we have this one from Sahih Bukhari, volume number 5611. A Bedouin came to the Prophet and said, "You people kiss the boys? We don't kiss them." Then listen to Muhammad's excuses. "I cannot put mercy in your heart after Allah has taken it away." So even those who had no law of God knew that it was wrong to kiss boys, and Muhammad did that, and this was his excuse to answer them back. So this was full sin that he did. So you're trying to say the prophets are sinless to cover up the uniqueness and the holiness of Jesus Christ. Shame on you, converted to Islam, for misguiding people. See you guys later. Take care.